Hello and welcome to SOHCAHTOA. This is part one as we're learning about trigonometric ratios. And SOHCAHTOA is simply an abbreviation, just to catch you a little phrase. You have to spell it right, but it's a way that you can try to remember the trig ratios. Sine is by definition opposite divided by the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. So we can remember sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So cosine is adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. So that's cosine is adjacent divided by hypotenuse. And the tangent is the opposite divided by the adjacent. So that is the tangent is the opposite divided by adjacent. So you can write this at the top of your paper for most of these worksheets to say SOHCAHTOA, and that means sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent is opposite over adjacent. It's a way to remember it, that's all. So we can look at this and see what this means for us. Let's say we're given this triangle here. We've got 40 degrees. This is going to be my angle of reference most of the time. We've got this side is 10, this side is 30. Oh, I have a missing side. I know from Pythagorean theorem that that'll be 900 plus 100, that's 1,000, square root of 1,000. I have on my calculator, square root of 1,000 is 31.6. So now we're set up to find all of these things. So if we're looking at the 40 degree side, then this is my angle of reference. So we would call this the opposite side. We would call this the adjacent side. And this is the hypotenuse, right? So sine of 40 degrees just means the opposite divided by the hypotenuse. For 40 degree angle of reference, the opposite is 10. The hypotenuse is 31.6. So we can go 10 divided by 31.6, and I'm getting 0.316. So basically that means this is about 31%, as high as it could have been if we had gone all the way up. Cosine of 40 degrees. Cosine is adjacent divided by hypotenuse, so that is 30 divided by 31.6. If I do that, 30 divided by 31.6, it's almost as far as it could possibly be. The distance away is almost 100%. It is 94.949. The tangent of 40 degrees is opposite over adjacent. So that is 10 divided by 30, which is 1/3, which I can do in my head, 0.33. So the height is only 33% as far as the width. Okay, so now if we're doing an angle of reference of angle A, I need to rename these sides. If I'm looking at it from this perspective, then this side is now the opposite, and the side next to it is now the adjacent. So if I want to find the sine for angle A, that is the opposite divided by hypotenuse, so that is 30 divided by 31.6. It's almost going to be 100%. In fact, that's the same as this. That is 0.949. The cosine of A is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. That's 10 divided by 31.6. So that's going to be this one, 0.316. And the tangent is the opposite over the adjacent. So that's 30 divided by 10, which is 3. We know sine and cosine can only go from 0 to 100%, but tangent can keep going. Okay, so that's how we can set those up for different angles of reference. So let's do the same kind of thing here. Oh, we need to find x. 55 squared plus 27 squared is 3754. I'll take the square root of that. 61.26. Okay, so from 72 degrees, let's name the sides. Looking across, this is the opposite, this one is the adjacent, and this one is the hypotenuse. Go ahead and try to set up. Find the sine of 72, find the cosine of 72, find the tangent of 72. Go ahead and pause the video and try those. Go. And start. Okay, so sine of 72 is opposite over the hypotenuse. So it's 55 divided by 61.26. 55 divided by 61.26. I get 0.89. Cosine of 72 is adjacent over hypotenuse. So that's 27 divided by 61.26. 27 divided by 61.26. I get 0.44. And the tangent of 72 is opposite over adjacent. It's 55 over 27. It's a little more than 2. And that is 2.03. Okay, 18 degrees. Now if I'm going to do 18 degrees, I got to rename this. Now this is the opposite, and this is the adjacent, because it's next to the 18 degrees, and this is across from the 18 degrees. Go ahead and pause the video and try this one again. See if you can do the 18 degrees. Go. And start. Sine of 18, opposite over hypotenuse. You did that earlier, that's 0.44. Cosine of 18 is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 0.89. You see some patterns here. Tangent, though, is going to be a little different. Tangent of 18 is opposite over, oh wait, no, that's not the opposite anymore. Opposite is 27 over adjacent. 27 divided by 55.49. So that's how you can find the true ratios, the ratios of the sides, depending on what angle we're talking about. I hope that's helpful. Have a great day.